Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your June 2025 reading. My name is NiJiLL, and you have found alchemy. Okay. If you watch the shuffle and the layout, you know these were already pre-pulled, and these were pre-pulled from your spring 2025 reading. As promised, I re-pulled them, and we're going to build a reading around it. Okay. I'm going to go over this real quick so you're not lost in case you didn't watch the reading. I'll summarize this a little for you. You did pull the Three of Swords. And as we know, the Three of Swords is an air element card. It has astrological significance in other decks, but in this deck, it is only represented by the air element. And this could represent obvious heartbreak. It could be something as simple as disappointment in someone or something. It could be obviously a love situation. It could be a friendship situation, a family situation, a disappointment, or obviously a relationship, okay? So we did pull also the World in reverse. And the World here is represented by its Jupiter card. And it's a fixed energy, right? So your fixed energy is Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. But the World in reverse is your work is not done here. There is something going on in June that it will not finish in June. You also pulled the Five of Cups here. Sideways, this makes a lot of sense, you know, considering all the other cards. Mars in Scorpio, a decision, because all my sideways cards are decisions, right? So it's going to be a decision you're going to make here, Pisces. A decision whether this is actually a loss. Is it a loss? I mean, you're experiencing some sort of pain or disappointment, but when you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, you have to decide, is it really a loss? Or is it sort of an avenue for something else? Is the loss your initial perception? And the sideways card is how you decide to view it ultimately. And isn't that true of most things, right? It's how you view it. Now, what I like about this is that you are empowered. You have the sun, strength, empowerment. You know, this is my card for Leo and for the obvious reasons, but the sun card with empowerment, you're going to be empowered to make a decision here. There's going to be something that happens in the month of June that's going to give you the strength and the empowerment and the bright sun to proceed. The sun is a happy card. Ultimately, your advice card here is the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands here is pure fire energy. And as advice, right, like the sun card, it tells you to approach this from a perception of strength and bold action. So like if that's a card for Leo, this is a card for fire. So this is double fire. Your advice here is to forge forward with confidence once you realize what's going on. Okay. Once you really, really give it some thought. When we add all the numbers up in this section here and we break it down, we get more fire energy with Sagittarius because it's Jupiter energy. And Jupiter energy is expansion. It's the world too, right? It's expansion, it's luck, it's like sort of Wheel of Fortune type energy. So yeah, this is an expansive time for you, right? And how you look at this is going to make all the difference on how easy or how difficult this is for you here, Pisces. Let's really get into this though. So you have, put this over here. You have the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is Moon in Libra. Now, will you take that blindfold off? Will you see what what maybe you have chosen not to see in the past? Will you see it? Your choice is depicted here. Your choice is depicted here because this person has all the everything that he or she needs to take that blindfold off and put those swords down, but perhaps in the past, perhaps coming into the month, choosing not to see it. So there is that there, for sure. You have, well, let's look at these two cards here. You have these two oracle cards. Your mind may feel fragmented this month, right? It may feel like it's going in a million different directions for at least part of the month. But such is the path of expansion, right? That's what happens. That's what we call growing pains. You also have the card of the parent, right? The parent could be a mother or a father, a child. Now, when we pull this particular card, see if I could straighten it out. When we pull this particular card, we ask ourselves, is it first of all, is a child involved in this? There could be a child involved in this, if depending on which Pisces I'm speaking to. But this could be in something that's inherent, something that triggers something from your childhood. I mean, that's true of so many of us. Sometimes things happen and our reaction may be so different from somebody else's reaction based on how we were raised and what happened to us when we were children. And so there may be something, there's a child involved in this, whether the child is actually you or whether the child is actually an actual child. Okay. But there is the card of the parent here. There is also the card of that fragmented energy. Next up, you have the gold card. Now, this is a really good card. It really is, for the obvious reasons. And you can see the sun clearly on this card as well, right? The gold card can be very fiery in nature too. So your reading is very influenced by fire. Now, this is splendor. It's a culmination. You're going to come to some sort of conclusion this month about something. And when this card arrives, there's something of incredible value at hand, right? It's rare. It's time to really cherish it. The gold card carries a shadow, though. If mistaken for a purely physical material, it can lead to greed. And, you know, this could be true of anything. It could be true of a relationship. It could be true of a job. And it could be true of anything like that. Yeah, reverence is the key. It's really important to be reverent to this particular card and this particular energy. How do we recognize it? It sort of mimics the quality of the metal itself, right? It's what is gold? It's soft. It's radiant. It has its planetary counterpart. What is it? The sun. Right? Warm and bright. Definitely. Just keep this under your hat here, Pisces, because something very valuable is happening this month. Something that's really important to your journey, for sure. Next up, you have Apocalypsis. Wow. Does this fit in with what we just said? Pretty amazing, actually. There's a little flecks of fire in this as well. So this is number 74 in this deck, right? And this card is drawn when a veil of perception or deception is removed. Something that you thought was one way, that you're finding out slowly is something else. It could be a painful time. Three of Swords could be a painful time. When, you know, pain is relative too. It doesn't have to be like earth-shatteringly awful. It could just be disappointment, like we said. It very well could be pain, but definitely there are two dynamics occurring spontaneously, right? Pulling the psyche into seemingly two different directions. First is a lifting of the veil. A lifting of the veil. This means truths that have been in the dark are revealed, seen, unearthed. You know, no matter how relieving it is to witness them come to light, the light of the sun, there's an element of despair and grief. The second dynamic is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. That, man, does that go with everything we already just said. The old narrative breaks, a new story forms. Apocalypsis energy is similar to forest fire energy. Devastation for the sake of regeneration. You were meant to see this. It's very, very Pluto-like, right? What happens when Pluto enters the chat? Whatever's fake, whatever's not in our best interest, it burns to the freaking ground. Pluto doesn't fuck around, okay? So there you go. So before we do your chart, well, you know what? I'm going to do these, and then we're going to go on this side before we do your actual charms. Now, you have this coming into light. These cards are generally here to show you what might be in someone in your energy's mind that they aren't sharing with you, at least at the present moment. And these are positive cards. Some of these cards can be quite negative, so this is good. You have somebody that says curious, I'm intrigued, and I want to learn more. So there's someone who's genuinely curious. And the curiosity is not for anything negative. It says, big favor. I need assistance with something big. Somebody might approach you here for a favor this month. It does not look nefarious in nature to me at all, okay? I'm going to start up here. Let me pull all of these up, and then we'll take them one by one. You have mirror, reflection. What do you see? It says reflection, reference, distinguish, appearance. What appears like one thing, but actually is something else. You need to look in the mirror too to figure out how you feel, where you fit in. In order to look in the mirror, you have to take the blindfold off, Pisces. You have wish. Wow, I love this. This is wish granted. It says the outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it is what you need. Man, does this drive it home? Wish granted. This is like one of those wishes that you never knew you even wanted. I sense a happy ending here, Pisces. You have countryside. It says rural beauty, peaceful retreat, a simple living. Yes, you could be going away to a simpler place to do some thinking, but honestly, this could just mean that you're giving this some thought. You're retreating to figure things out. And that's a very, very good energy for you. It is what you need. You need to do some thinking. And this says locked. And it says work you may not want work you may not, excuse me, I can't talk right now. It says work you may want may not be in reach right now. You can take a temporary position while awaiting an opening. Your new place offers job security. Now, yes, could this be about a job? It definitely could be, but it doesn't have to be. This is basically telling you here that the outcome may not be what you expect, but it's going to be the thing that makes you happy. Temporarily, you're going to be in a situation you weren't expecting. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Now, let's look at this. You pulled Emum Coel. Some people say it's Kaylee. Some people say it's Coeli. Okay. But it is the inner, wow, Pisces. It is the inner child. Look at what it says on this card. Inner child. Oh my God. We just talked about that. Yeah. There is something that's really hitting you in the feels, okay? It says fixed energy, action, momentum, dedication. And while it's different from the sun, right? But it is the fixed energy of it's the fixed energy we spoke about in the world. In order to move on from this, right? You have to build up the momentum, for sure. You have Pluto. Oh, we just talked about Pluto too, right? We talked about right here. We talked about Pluto. What did I say when Pluto rips through a sign or rips through a house or rips right now? Pluto is an Aquarius. Don't ask. I'm an Aquarius. Don't ask. Okay, it forces the blinders off. There's nowhere to hide. You're going to have to look at a truth. There is a truth here on the table. There's no doubt about it, and that truth is maybe painful or disappointing, but that is going to catapult you into a whole different place. And you have gold here. You have gold. You have a wish granted. You have empowerment. This is all waiting for you on the other side. So I'm not making this up. You can just look at these cards and honestly see it for yourself here, Pisces. Now, before we move on to your tarot, I want to do your charms, okay? You have the initials K, G, O, L, and F, okay? This could be someone's initials. It could be the initials of a person, place, or thing. Keep these close by, and I guarantee by month's end, one of them or all of them will mean something to you. Now, here are your charms. You have some interesting ones, okay? You have luck with money. Do you see that is a money? It is a lucky charm, and there's a money symbol on it. You're going to have some sort of luck. Now, money could be abundance, could be the gold we're talking about. This disappointment could be a job. It could be, or this could be this could be disappointment, pain from a person. You know, sometimes when we're at a job that doesn't appreciate us, it does trigger some childhood stuff too. It really does. But for others of you who are going through a painful realization in a relationship, whether that relationship be family, friends, or a lover, this abundance, this gold doesn't have to be money. It could be abundance, right? Joy. What is abundance to you? Is abundance being at peace, being happy every day, soaking up the rays of that beautiful sunshine? Or is it, success? There is something that's holding you back from this abundance, whatever your definition of abundance is, that is going to be cleared away, and a wish is going to be granted from this, okay? You do have the moon, which is Cancer energy, coming in sideways, and the moon is, listen, the moon could be very, very shadowy, right? It could be It could be your intuition. Should you use your intuition or not? It could be, do I allow the moon to go away and the sun to rise so I can really see things for what they are? But it's coming in sideways, so there's a choice that has to be made. Once again, do you take this blindfold off, right? You have, but yeah, look at this. You have, what's interesting is you have the money with wings here, and this is coming in upside down. All right. When the charms come in reverse, it's a little different. This is something that's not obvious, right? It's still there. It's just not obvious to you. And this abundance can go away as easily as it comes if you don't make the right decisions. Okay. So not to be, I'm not trying to put pressure on you here because, we always have more than one chance, but why not do it now? Right? Why not do it as quickly as possible? This abundance could go away as quickly as it came, but there is something being offered to you. And so you may not see it as an offering initially, but you need to open your eyes to something or someone in your life because there is a rainbow waiting for you here, right? There is a rainbow waiting for you on the other side. Rainbow comes after a storm. You have the arrow, which is pointing down. And this is, for me, it's very Sagittarian energy, more fire energy, but it's pointing down inward to you. You have to do the inner work to see this. Nobody's going to take you by the hand and show you. You're going to have to see, going to have to do this yourself. You have the number 8 here on the die. And the number 8 is Saturn energy, right? It's Aquarius, Capricorn energy, lessons, karma. Could be karmic ties that you have with someone that need to be lifted. Definitely. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Okay. So once again, these are your 3 legs for the month. I cut your month into thirds. Now, these legs could come out of order. Very often I get messages that say just that. So as we know, tarot is not a science. It's spiritual. So yes, the first leg could come last, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to read them as legs. So on your first leg here, I like this. This goes with, it goes with your reading so well. You have epiphany and growth. Yeah, I would say so. You're going to be achieving a lot of growth this month, and you're going to be, there is an epiphany at hand here. Let me see if I can move some of these. There is an epiphany at hand here, okay? You're going to be receiving messages from yourself, from the divine. You're going to be asked to take the blindfold off. You're going to be asked to be brave and have strength. And the universe, God, the angels, whatever it is you believe in will reward you very, very clearly. With the wish granted card and the gold card, you're going to be rewarded. Now, your first card up here is the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Mercury in Virgo energy. Now, this is someone in your energy or something in your energy that's not pulling their weight, right? Or working as hard as you, or caring as much as you, or perhaps you work at a place that doesn't appreciate you. You don't feel like you're a team player. This could be true in a relationship as well, right? Next card up is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles promises us, Saturn and Capricorn energy, that you may see potential in something else this month. And that's very clear to me in more than one spot in this reading, right? It's you're manifesting a new opportunity. The page is very new. And you have the Lovers in reverse. And the Lovers is pure Gemini energy, right? But, the Lovers could definitely represent a relationship. In reverse, it could represent a relationship that's going like this. It could also represent a tough decision about a relationship. And that relationship could be a work relationship or obviously a personal relationship and an undoing. There is an undoing going on here. When we add this up and we break it down, we get more fire energy. We get Mars energy. I mean, Mars is serious energy, right? It's Aries energy, drive, passion, especially when pursuing goals. It's motivation. And going with this growth card and this strength card and this epiphany card, I would say that's absolutely accurate here, Pisces. Second leg. It says ego, vanity, and pride. Ego-based energy could be anything, right? Somebody could ding your pride this month. Maybe someone lights your pride up. Maybe you finally have had enough. And you're like, I can't take anymore. You do have, yeah, here, look, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse, Moon in Cancer energy. Someone who may feel lost emotionally or needy, or someone who may feel imbalanced around you. This also may be you. This very well may be you. Let me see if I can get this straight. This may be something that is offered to you that is upside down. When the Queen of Cups is upside down, the cup, that famous cup she's holding, is empty. So somebody's offering you an empty cup. And we had that, and it's right next to the Three of Pentacles, right? It's that not getting what you deserve, right? Not getting the same effort you're putting in, be it a job, be it a relationship. It's an empty cup, okay? Next card up is your center card. And like I always say, the center card is very important energy for the whole reading. And guess what card you got? You got the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. Another wish card. You're going to have a wish granted this month. There is just no doubt, Pisces. There's just no doubt. That's your center card. It's the third time pretty much that something like that has come out. And you have the moon, right? Where's that moon energy? We saw it somewhere over here. Oh, it's right here. You have the moon. It's not going to be clear cut. You're not going to look at it and know, right, just what to do, exactly what to do at every moment. Some things are going to be unclear. Some parts of this month is going to make you feel very fractured. But I promise you it's going to be worth it. Now, the moon could also represent a depth of emotion you're feeling, your intuition, temporary confusion. If it's confusion, it's temporary confusion. Now, do you want to hear something amazing about this leg? When we add this up and we break it down, we get Mars energy again. Again. That Aries Mars energy. And want to hear something even better? You have 3 number 9s here because even when we break the card down, we get the number 9, right? So we get 3 number 9s, and 9 represents Mars. Mars over and over and over again, right? And plus the number 9s is also approaching the end, approaching a culmination, approaching the next level. You're not ready yet, maybe at the beginning of the month, but there's something going on, and it's really, really good energy. Maybe you're starting to feel some pride. Maybe you're starting to feel some pride, for sure. Now, for one of you, and this really is just for one of you, this could have something to do with the queer community, because you have pride and you also have the rainbow. But that really is just a message on a personal basis for one of you. Last leg, you have nurture and compassion. So you're going to be feeling this. Either you're going to be giving it to yourself, maybe you're going to be nurturing that child inside you, or you're going to be giving it to someone else. But there is nurture and compassion on this leg. And wow, look at this. You have your Ace of Cups. Finally, a full cup is offered to you here, Pisces. Finally, a full cup is offered, and it's right next to the Queen, right? So once again, whatever it is you think you lost, you're gaining something so much better. A full cup is presented to you. Yeah, it's bountiful. It's water energy. You have Justice card next. Justice will be served. Justice will be served. Libra energy, balance, justice, fairness, finally, right? And you do have the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands is my card of harvest, right? So 10 of Wands could be stress for no reason at all, which sucks, or it could be stress that someone feels when they're actually attaining a harvest, right? And that's what I believe is going on here. You have that Saturn and Sagittarius energy. Yeah, it's the culmination. What did we say? We use that word, culmination of something. And when we add that column up, we break it down, we get Uranus energy, Aquarius energy, change, unexpected change. Something unexpected is going to happen, okay? Now, let's look at your challenges here. You have messages. Yeah, you have messages. It says dreams, but yes, you could be receiving messages in your dreams for sure. But honestly, the messages could be coming from your intuitive side. That Pisces is a very intuitive sign, right? Could be messages coming from outside you. It could be just various messages that you're feeling and you just can't understand why. Pay attention to them though here, Pisces. You have the 8 of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo. So a challenge this month could be, and I don't blame you for this, do I keep working on this? Do I keep working on something that isn't giving me any satisfaction? I think now that you know what might be possible somewhere else, at least at some point in the month you will, you're going to be like, this is just not worth it, right? Because here, even this is the Six of Pentacles. You're being breadcrumbed. Look carefully at this card, right? Moon and Taurus, you're not receiving what you deserve in a situation. You're not receiving what you deserve, Moon and Taurus energy. Receiving so little, you realize you are worth more than breadcrumbs. You're worth more, okay? You have the Four of Wands here. And the Four of Wands is Venus and Aries energy. A choice, whether to fall into the disharmony that was this situation or cross into happiness. Because happiness is here. And it's really up to you whether you take it or not, whether you grab it or not. Let me see if I could refocus this. Yep. Those cards are great for refocusing. Yeah. So you're going to have a choice. You're going to have a shot at happiness. Do you take it? Want to hear something crazy? When we add this column up and we break it down, we get Mars again. That this hardly ever, ever, ever happens where you get something over and this is like a blatant message. That drive to do something different. You may feel unsettled. You may feel unhappy. You're unhappy for a reason. Spirit is trying to make you uncomfortable in a situation. So you get the hell up and you go forward, okay? Here, in your opportunities, you have the opportunity to break a toxic binding, toxic pattern. You're breaking something. You're breaking free of something if you so choose. Opportunity to end something. End it. Pluto in Gemini. Completion of a cycle. An opportunity for a fresh start. Recognizing the pain that something or someone is causing you and moving the hell away from it. Making it a 10 and not a 9. Because a 10 means it's over, right? Next, King of Wands. The opportunity, Sun in Leo. You have the opportunity here. Realizing you may be dealing with someone who puts out that fire. Whether it's a job or a relationship, a family matter, it doesn't matter. It's a chance to see clearly what's possible for you. More Leo energy. Leo, Leo, Leo. And finally, as your last card, and I love that this is your final card, you have the card of Pisces, the High Priestess, stepping into your power as a Pisces. You close this reading with your intuition in high gear. You now know everything you need to know to move ahead, to move on. Gentle knowledge. We add this column up and we break it down. It's really no surprise that we get Jupiter, right? More fire energy, but it's the growth. It's the luck. It's that broad horizon opening up. It's that rainbow. It's that rainbow. Let me pull a couple of these cards to close out your reading, and then we'll do your numerology because I love doing that. It really does tie everything together here. Pisces. For Pisces, please, June 2025. We have number 6. It says, I am nurturing. Where is it? You need to be this way towards yourself. You need to be this way towards yourself. Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those you love. However, you need to do this, to turn this energy towards yourself. The number 6 is a number of Venus. It's Venusian energy. Venus is love, beauty, but it's also goals, money. Okay? Let's pull one more card. For Pisces, please. Pisces, June 2025, June. Oh, look at this, Pisces. This is what's coming. It says someone may enter your life that will bring you much happiness or something that will make you very happy. Happiness is yours. And I'm not afraid to give bad readings, trust me. Okay? So let's do your numerology. Now, when we add up every single thing in this reading and we break it down, we get the number 6, which is Venus. We just went over that, right? It is Venusian energy. Your love life could be on the table for some of you, and for others of you, this could be job related, for sure, okay? It could be that something, even if it is love related, it could be that that relationship, whether it's with your mother or a lover or whatever, or a friend, is getting in the way of your goals. It could very well be, you know? Now, the number that we spoke about the most was number 9, and that is what? It's Mars, Aries energy, fire energy. Yeah, Mars is a very, very driven sign, a very, very driven planet. Now, the planet that we spoke about the most was Mars. I mean, and it doesn't work this way. I'm just telling you, go listen to any other reading. You don't get the same planet over and over again. You just don't. Okay. But you have Mars, and you have Mars twice. Okay. As far as signs go, the sign that we spoke about the most was Aries. And you know what? That is more Mars energy. So this is something that never happens. Take this as a huge sign here, Pisces. Very, very important. Now, the signs we spoke about were Aries, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Libra, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Leo. But just keep it in your head. I mean, it wasn't even a little ahead. Aries way ahead. Mars way ahead. Mars mentioned 3 times. And I'm talking about the culmination, not even total. Ridiculous amount of fire energy in this reading. Take this and run with it if you know what's good for you. And don't forget to listen to your birthday reading. You get to listen to 3 blessings that are coming your way, Pisces, in 2025 and 2026. Okay? I will see you next time. Namaste.